What is up, football fans? Welcome back. Today, we're diving into what is arguably the most highly anticipated clash heading into the 2026 World Cup, Brazil versus Argentina. These two South American giants are absolutely ready to go to war, and let me tell you, their squad compositions are completely stacked. We are talking about a historic rivalry here, loaded with world-class attackers, defensive anchors, and midfield maestros that have the power to single-handedly decide this entire tournament.
So here's the ultimate question we're trying to answer today. Who actually runs the pitch when these two absolute forces collide in 2026? By the end of this explainer, you're going to understand exactly why these specific teams are the absolute favorites, which crucial player matchups could completely flip the game on its head, and who we predict will actually come out on top.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Here's our playbook for today. First, the South American giants. Second, Brazil, the creative Selecao. Third, Argentina, defending champions. Fourth, the matchup breakdown. And finally, the final verdict.
All right, part one, the South American giants. Both of these squads are absolutely loaded. We're talking about two undeniable titans with one singular mission. The sheer volume of world-class talent ready to clash on the biggest stage is honestly staggering. But why does this actually matter to you? Well, because these aren't just teams, right? They're entirely opposing footballing philosophies. Understanding how these philosophies dictate their squad selections is really your key to predicting who lifts the trophy. Moving on to part two, let's talk about Brazil, the creative selection.
And their hunger really just comes down to one massive number: 20. It has been 20 long years since Brazil's last World Cup win back in 2002. I mean, for a footballing nation of this magnitude, 2 decades is practically an eternity. That's an entire generation of fans who haven't seen them lift the cup. This squad is entirely focused on claiming their 6th world title, and they've built a very specific tactical engine to do it.
So how do they plan to fix that? Well, their engine runs on what we call creative football. They're likely going to deploy this highly versatile 4-3-3 formation. But listen, this isn't just about putting players on the pitch. It's a system explicitly designed to completely control the midfield, give their wingbacks massive space, and utilize rapid, wide pace for literally endless playmaking options. They absolutely live for this kind of creative expression.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer depth of talent across literally every single line. In goal, you've got Alisson acting as this elite wall with incredible positioning. The defense is anchored by experienced leaders like Marquinhos and Danilo. But that midfield, man, that's where the magic happens. Casemiro operates as the destroyer, while Paquetá and Guimaraes act as tempo dictators. And the attack, it's just a rapid danger zone. Vinicius Jr. and Rodrygo offer terrifying speed, backed by Jesus or Endrick right in the center. And, of course, we've got to talk about the chief playmaker himself. Even at 34 years old, Neymar remains a foundational piece. As the source material perfectly puts it, his left foot is a cheat code. Like, seriously, even if he's not banging in quite as many goals himself these days, his unmatched ability to just see the pitch and unlock deep defenses makes him the ultimate creative hub for this squad, assuming he stays fit, of course.
So, what's the bottom line for Brazil here? Their strengths are terrifying. Possession mastery, attacking creativity, and just blistering wide pace. But you've got to keep an eye on their vulnerabilities during a match. Their center back depth is a real concern with their injury history, and that left back spot can often get totally exposed against direct counterattacking play. If they go down, that's probably where the armor cracks.
All right, let's completely pivot our energy here for part 3. Argentina, the defending champions.
We are talking about the defending 2022 world champs here. Under manager Lionel Scaloni, Argentina doesn't just rely on dazzling dribbles. No. Their whole philosophy is ruthless efficiency. Whether they roll out a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1, this system is absolutely defense first. They aggressively exploit space in transitions and maximize their conversion rates in the box. It's highly disciplined and incredibly effective.
Walking through their ranks, you can really see how this efficiency is built from the back. Martinez in goal, the guy is just a calm, clutch shot stopper. In front of him, you've got aggressive warriors: Otamendi, Romero, Tagliafico, Montiel. These guys cover space intelligently and just refuse to give up easy chances. In the midfield, Enzo Fernandez and Julian Alvarez bring this press-resistant, superhuman energy. And up front, clinical finishers like Lautaro Martinez and the explosive Alejandro Garnacho. It's a highly, highly organized unit.
And smack in the middle of that unit is Rodrygo de Paul. He is, without a doubt, the warrior. I mean, he embodies the absolute heartbeat of this team. The guy runs nonstop, he defends like his life genuinely depends on it, and he brings this gritty discipline that lets the rest of the team function perfectly.
So, the crucial point we have to mention is the captain. Lionel Messi will be 39. I know, practically a grandfather in football years. But make no mistake, he is still operating at an absolute genius level. He plays as the ultimate quarterback out there, delivering these one-touch passes that just completely dismantle opposing defenses. Even in his twilight years, he's the ultimate difference maker.
Weighing their balance sheet, Argentina's strengths are obvious. A proven tournament-winning mentality, unshakable defensive organization, and massive physical toughness. But their weaknesses are very real too. You've got an aging core, limited depth on the right wing, and honestly, less open play creativity compared to Brazil. If they get bogged down, it's going to be because those older legs finally run out of steam. Okay, part 4. The matchup breakdown. This is where things get really fun. So what actually happens when these distinct philosophies crash into each other? In the midfield, can Argentina's disciplined warriors steal the ball from Brazil's creative trio? Out wide, Brazil definitely holds a clear edge. Vinicius and Rodrygo are just too rapid. And in goal, man, it's incredibly tight. Alisson has elite positioning, but Martinez is proven, and we all know exactly how clutch he is under maximum pressure. Looking at their attacking threats side by side, it's a fascinating contrast. Brazil relies heavily on volume. They have endless options and multiple center forwards ready to just overwhelm the defense. Argentina, on the other hand, takes fewer chances, but their finishing is absolutely ruthless. This specific battle of volume versus efficiency, it is going to be incredibly close. But here's a critical tactical vulnerability that could totally swing the game. Brazil's weakness lies in occasionally exposed wide defending and left-back solidity. Against that, you've got Argentina's massive weapon, set-piece excellence. Argentina has this proven history of winning tight, grinding matches, like we saw in the Copa America, through set pieces. That gives them a huge edge if open play gets bogged down.
Finally, part 5, the final verdict.
So, who actually wins this matchup? When the dust settles in 2026, who walks away with the victory? It is pretty much the highest stakes question in South American football right now. And this brilliantly illustrates the classic battle of paper versus pitch. On paper, statistically speaking, Brazil has the superior squad. They've got better depth and greater attacking creativity. But, as we all know, football isn't played on a spreadsheet. On the pitch, Argentina has that hardened, defending champion mentality, on-match tournament experience, and, well, they have the Messi factor. So here's our final prediction based on the explainer data. If they meet early in the group stage, expect Brazil to dominate possession, though Argentina might still steal a result with their sheer efficiency. But in a knockout game, our prediction leans toward Argentina advancing purely because of their battle-tested mentality and experience under pressure. Honestly, though, it could literally go either way. So which side are you on? Are you backing the creative magic of the Selecao or the disciplined toughness of the defending champions? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for hanging out and learning with us today, and we'll see you in the next explainer.